Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again, as always. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. So it looks like Donald Trump is gaining ground on Biden when it comes to the black voters. Now, remember, Trump said that if you don't vote, if you got a problem with understanding or knowing who you should vote for between him and Donald Trump, you ain't black. And then a bunch of black folks went and voted for Joe Biden for whatever reason. Well, it seems like a lot of them are starting to really understand, starting to figure things out, look at life in the real world. And they're voting, they said that they will vote for Donald Trump. But let's get into the reason why. Because for some reason, it seems like the Democratic Party, the Democratic shields, acting like they don't understand why black folks are trying to vote for Biden, voting for Trump. But let's get into it. This is from Newsweek.com, and it reads, Donald Trump wins 30% of black vote in shocking poll. Some 30% of black Americans said they will vote for former President Donald Trump in a new poll, a huge jump from the percentage of black people who voted for him in the last two elections. The survey was published on Wednesday, which is the June 26th, after it was carried out by the New York Times and the Siena College Research Institute. Researchers questioned 1,226 registered voters between June 20th and June 25th and found that 30% of the black people they surveyed would vote for Trump compared to 59% who said they would vote for President Joe Biden. So he still got the majority of the black vote. But the thing about it is Trump's, popularity and those who want to vote for Trump, his numbers are rising by the day. So we'll see what this debate does to how the debate helps or hurts him, either candidate tonight. Conversely, 53% of white people said they would vote for Trump and 38% said Biden. So he ain't looking good amongst his own people. Among Hispanic people questioned, 45% said they would vote for Biden and 44% said Trump. Amazing. The figures are from leaners, which refers to people who have a preference for a candidate but are open to changing their mind. The large percentage of black, and that would be like black folks who would straight Democrat, vote down ballot Democrat. But when they see what's going on in society, they're like, I may have to change. I may have to just change my vote because the way things are going, this is not working for me or my children. The large percentage of black supporters is also up from the most recent Time Center poll in April, which found that 16% of black leaners will vote for Trump and 69% Biden. So since April, May, June, July, 3 months. So in 3 months, it went from 16% to 30%. Like I say, it's still early. The poll disclaimed that it has a margin of error of plus or minus 3%. Right. Support for Trump has been growing in the black community. He received about 12% of the vote in 2020 and 8% in 2016. Jim McLaughlin, a pollster for Trump, previously told The Atlantic, why is that? It's because the issues these people care about is crime, affordability, and it's also immigration. See, here's the problem. A lot of us are going away from the whole black thing. We got burnt out. We got burnt out and burnt up with the whole Black Lives Matter thing, when kind of found out that there was not for black families. It really wasn't for black lives. It was really for the elemental P community. They took millions of dollars. No one knows where it's at. No one knows where the money went. And no one's been held accountable. And it seems like nobody wants to talk about it. And nobody cares. And so that created like probably a bad taste in a lot of folks' mouths. Like, man, forget that. Because we see that that's not working. So, but when you get past that emotional stuff, you come to realize, wait a minute, my bills, it's harder for me to pay my bills right now. I haven't changed anything. I haven't moved to a different house. I haven't started eating more. Matter of fact, I'm probably eating less. My job hasn't moved further. It may have moved closer. I'm driving the same automobile. Might got a new automobile to get better gas mileage. My life is not, my debt has not increased like that. But for some reason, it's taking more money for me to survive. What's going on? Gas prices shot through the roof. Food prices shot through the roof. Figuring out that the whole COVID-19 thing may not even been as bad as they thought it was. That we was lied to or deceived by that. Just the wages are not matching the inflation. The dollar is losing its value by the day. Oh, y'all are sending money. Y'all don't have money. We got all these homeless people and people with mental illnesses and issues that are on the street. Veterans who I feel that if you went and signed up for the military and was willing to fight in the war, willing to risk your life for this country, you should get every benefit you ask for with no questions asked. You shouldn't be homeless. If a veteran got drug addiction, what doggone that dude should be locked up inside of a rehab center for the rest of his life, but to make sure he don't do drugs. He should get all the help and all the benefits. They should have houses. They should have transportation, food, everything. That's the way I feel. And I'm not a veteran. Never would have been, and probably never will be. I'm too old for it now. But when you got people on the street, but yet you sending money to Ukraine and Israel and all these other countries, you allowing all these illegal immigrants to come in and set up shop, set up homes here, and then they're overrunning the news with stories of like deleting young girls and SANs young girls and deleting them and stuff like that, and robbing people in broad daylight, beating up police. Y'all doing all this but not helping the American people. In the end, we know that we are black first. We know this. We know when y'all look at us, y'all see a black person. But we also know bottom line is we all live in this country. And we all, no matter if you look past the race, we all have the same issues and concerns. And we may not like how everything is right now, but we definitely don't want to go backwards. We definitely don't want to lose what we have. We want to gain from what we got, but we ain't trying to go backwards. And it seems like the Biden's people, the administration, is sending us backwards. Forget the whole Republicans gonna put us in chains. Shoot, the Democrats are doing that themselves, and they're doing it to everybody. So as a people, as an American citizen, the Democrats are not doing a good job. And then y'all want to placate the race thing. Y'all can't do good for me just for basic human rights and livable rights. Shoot, you definitely ain't gonna do nothing for me racially. So why am I voting for you? Black conservative political consultant Raynard Jackson, who has long supported Trump, has often argued that Trump appeals to Black Americans who are looking for opportunities because of the former U.S. president's general position on deregulation, tax cuts, and economic opportunities. I did a video that showed y'all that around the time of the COVID-19 epidemic, that people were gaining money, even Black people. It was going from hundreds to thousands in you know what I'm saying, in money, debt being reduced down to little or nothing during the Trump administration because of what he did. But now since Biden been in office, everything been going to hell in a handbasket. Commentator Candace Owens has repeatedly called for more Black Americans to throw their support behind conservative politicians, arguing that conservative values are more in line with the traditions of the Black community. And it is, because a lot of us are still scriptural. I don't want to really say spiritual. Kind of follow the so-called Christian values. And I say so-called because I call it biblical. You know, the family, go to work, raise your family, man head of the household, raise your children go off to college, everybody get degrees or people get careers and, you know, and be productive members of society and go from there and so on and so forth. You know, trying to live right as much as possible. Not these whole liberal, like I say, LMNOP and transgender and all that kind of stuff. And no, you know, we ain't really about that. Let's just be honest as a whole. But these liberals and these Democrats somehow is force feeding this stuff in our in our economy, in our communities, hell, even to the church, to where they want us to see it as a norm, but allow us, we know we need to be like, nah, that's not a norm, we're not running with, we're not going to go for it. So it's like, well, who is more along the lines of our spiritual beliefs, conservative beliefs? In February, she told Forbes, to be honest, when I think of liberals, I think of white women. Black liberals, when you get down to their actual ideals, they're conservative, and it's hard for me to identify the black liberal movement. It seems to me that many black conservatives were duped into believing they're liberal based on emotional arguments like George Floyd. Exactly. They used George Floyd, put the blackness in it, and then next thing you know, LMNOP took over Black Lives Matter, and they running it, and they telling you that they ain't with the nuclear family. They're more with that elemental P family structure where they don't need no man and stuff like that. They did all that, man. It was all a con. And people have woken up and are still waking up to realize that. And we're not going for it no more. He said, I think mainstream media has them a little confused. I don't know what a black liberal is. And as I stated in my book, when you get down to the beliefs of black Americans, we are often pretty conservative. True. So there you have it. More every day, more and more black Americans are leaning toward Trump. Not because he's some guy, not because he's some saint or some savior, but hey, when you talk about voting for the two lesser evils, be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for, because in this economy and the way things are going, the lesser evil, y'all trying to prosecute this man with a bunch of trumped up charges. In all these cases, trying to put this man in prison because you're afraid that he could become president instead of just letting the people, instead of you just doing your job and do what you promised. You've been in office already. Now you're saying, hey, if we don't get, we can't do this, we can't do that unless you vote for us. That don't make sense because you're already in office. So if you're already in office, why you not doing it now? Why you trying to feed us that same bullcorn like you was running and you was on the outside looking in? Now you're on the inside and you still ain't done nothing. And you still ain't done right by the people. You got to come with you got to come with something different. But anyway, that's all I got. Tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Let's have a dialogue. Let's share it with the world. Don't forget to support the channel. 4 ways you can support. Don't cost you a dime. It's like, share, comment, subscribe. All 4 cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day. If you do want to support monetarily, you can do super thanks, super chat, or you can go to the description box. There are links in there that you can click on to where you can support that way too. You know what I'm saying? For example, marlonmorale.com. We got, let's say, perfumes, colognes, really perfumes. They last all day. Silk do-rags, silk scarves for ladies, beard kits, beard oils for men, all high quality products at prices lower than your top name brands, because it's the same like silk do-rag. Like if you go and get, not do-rags, but like the silk scarves we have, if you went on like one of these top brand sites and you looked on that same scarf will be $1,500 to $4,000, depending on which one you buy. Ours, fraction of the price, same material. Look it up. Anyway, with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.